Hello, everyone. You might not see my face just yet, but you do hear my voice. My name is Mr. CCS, and this is Movie Central. This is a pilot to my new web series. If the pilot is well received, then new episodes will be released every Thursday. I hope you enjoyed this video, and one more thing before I forget mind the presentation of the video. I'm just an amateur. Now, let's get started. It's safe to say that the age of sci fi cinema has updated in the 1970s. We did have many sci fi movies and TV shows in the past. Movies included Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which was released in 1968, and TV shows included Star Trek, which was released in 1966 and then in 1969. But it wasn't until the 1970s when we got huge cinema hits. The two big science fiction products of the 1970s included Ridley Scott's Alien from 1979 and this movie, which I'm going to review today. If I had to choose one, it would definitely be Star Wars. Also known as A New Hope, this movie kickstarted a huge franchise that still continues to this day. Directed by George Lucas, Star Wars brings us to a world that takes place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away where an ever raging war continues. Participating in that war are the Imperials, led by Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader, played respectively by Peter Cushing and James Earl Jones, and the Rebel Alliance, led by Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher. When the princess gets captured, farm boy of Tatooine Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, is warned by two droids, played by Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker, that a desert hermit called Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Sir Alec Guinness, is the rebels' only hope. It turns out that Kenobi is actually a warrior called a Jedi, who have long been thought dead after a massacre 19 years prior. After losing his aunt and uncle, played by Sheila Fraser and Phil Brown, Luke decides he must go with Kenobi to save the Rebel Alliance from certain doom. With the help of a pilot and his partner, played by Harrison Ford and Peter Mayhew, the group must save the princess and destroy the Empire's doomsday weapon before the galaxy is put through chaos. What can I say that hasn't been said before? This is honest to God one of the best movies ever made. It was groundbreaking when it first came out, and still is today. Every time I watch Star Wars, I feel the 4-year-old me jump out of my body and remind me how great the movie must have been to audiences who watched it back when it first came out. The characters are all great. Luke embodies a hero who doesn't know his destiny just yet, and his journey is just beginning. If only audiences knew what would come to him in the later movies. Princess Leia is a great character too. Although she is a typical damsel in distress, she stands up for herself and fights alongside her group. Han Solo and Chewbacca, or Chewie, are one of the greatest movie duos of all time. The fact that it spreads over 30 years is absolutely amazing. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, C-3PO, and R2-D2 will always be the simple characters that define sci-fi for me. But of course, there's the villain, Darth Vader. While he is the most popular character, Darth Vader is by far the best character in this movie. He is the character that has been in the most movies in the franchise, and that is why I love him. We get an entire storyline over the course of 40 years, including the recently released Star Wars The Clone Wars. Although he is barely in this, he still makes an intimidating figure that stays with us in this world of pop culture. As for the rest of the characters, they're not in it much, but they leave an impression. Now for the visuals. While the movie has had a facelift since original release, what's left of the original visuals leave the impression of the 70s cinema for me. The sound effects by Ben Burtt still make me smile, and you can find me mimicking them on any day I'm in the Star Wars mood. And I'm in the Star Wars mood now, so here they are. I won't do that ever again, I promise. And finally, we have the emotions. They can range from cheery to suspense to even sadness. And that's another reason why the movie is what it is for me. It balances many emotions all at once. So, overall, if you have not seen Star Wars, I recommend you take the spare time you have, make some popcorn, and enjoy this eye popping masterpiece that should be loved for years to come. And I'm giving it a solid 10 out of 10. A groundbreaking piece of work that is easily the best sci fi movie of the 1970s. Well, that's it for today. What are your thoughts on Star Wars A New Hope? Give me your thoughts on the movie in the email. Also, let me know your thoughts on this video and give me a suggestion of what I should review next week. With that said, I'm Mr. CCS, this is Movie Central, and that, my friends, is a wrap. See you next time.